Well, there's a saying to seek fame and fortune, go west, young man, and that's exactly what my next guest has done. 21-year-old Cory Peterson from WA. I caught up with Cory before his commitments at Club Menangle tonight. Well, Cory, good to catch up with you at Club Menangle. First question is, how did you get out of WA?
Well, it's pretty easy to get out. Getting in's the hard part, but no, we drove across Nullarbor with a current float, so yeah.
Big task that in itself.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't too bad, but we bring two horses over with us, and it made it a little bit harder. But it wasn't as hard as I thought it would be initially.
Well, Cory, you got the harness racing bug from your mum, Sarah, and although she was probably not all that keen for you to follow in her footsteps, here you are.
Yeah, I don't think she really wanted me to go down, but the horses, but yeah, ended up happening just because we lived next door to Gary Hall Senior, and I always helped out with him on weekends and that, and yeah, I've always helped Mum with them around the horses and that, so yeah.
It would be pretty hard, Cory, not to get the harness racing bug living next door to a champion trainer such as Gary Hall.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard not to, like, you know, got all the good horses there, so it's yeah, it's good.
So how did you come through the harness racing ranks? Did you do any of the mini trotters or just straight into the learning about the big horses straight away?
No, I was straight into the big horses. I didn't really do the pony trotters, so I started jogging horses when I was 10 and just started that way.
You got off to a pretty good start as far as your career was concerned back in WA. You've driven over 200 winners. Yeah,
I was pretty lucky when I first started. Like, there weren't many juniors coming through, and I was able to get a few drives and a few winners early on, and that kind of kicked it on. But then I decided I think training was give it a go, and I decided to like that a lot more. Well, not a lot more, but just as much. You know, I still love to drive.
What was the main reason for deciding to come to Menangle?
One of my owners that I had back at home, Mick Harvey, he offered me a private training job, and at the time it was a good idea and good move, and yeah, it was a good opportunity. So I thought we'll jump on that, and hopefully it can work out. But unfortunately, things didn't go right, and we came to an agreement that it wasn't working. So, but it was a good opportunity.
And how long have you been here now for, Cory?
Since June or July, so 6 months or something like that.
And how many horses do you have in your stable?
I only got 3 at the moment. Just kind of keeping quiet and just helping out Darren Binskin at the moment. So just learning what I can, and whilst I'm quiet.
Not a bad person to learn from.
No, he's been around the block. He knows a thing or two, so he's very knowledgeable.
The difference between being involved in harness racing in Western Australia to being now involved in this environment at Club Menangle?
Yeah, I was a bit shocked when I first came over. The training is completely different. Like, back at home it's a lot harder. Here I noticed a lot of people don't work anywhere near as hard as what we do, and I think I got a little bit confused when I first started. But I think I'm on the right track now, so yeah.
Oh, it would be fair to say you're still finding your feet in this environment.
Yeah, definitely. It's you know, just starting to. I think the problem was I went too big too soon, and you know, just kind of got a little bit too much, and I got a bit confused, which everyone does, and just needed to take a step back and kind of learn from someone else and just watch for a little bit.
Well, Cory, there's certainly no shortage of outstanding talent in that barn, so you'll have the chance to pick everyone's brains.
Yeah, no, there's yeah.
What about other influences in your career?
I worked for Aidan Warwick after I left seniors, and then I worked for Christian Hawkins after him, and then I went out by myself. Probably Mum and Kim Prentice, they're probably my biggest influences. Even now, they call me every day and ask how things are, and you know, I can still talk to them if I've got questions or if I'm worried about something. They're always there, and Kim's been a really good help. He's a very, very good trainer.
You've only got the 3 horses at this particular stage, Cory, but when you do find your feeding, you're starting to be comfortable in the new environment. How many horses would you like to build up towards?
I think I'd like to have about 10. That's a comfortable number by myself. It's we'll start looking to branch out a little bit in a couple of months' time, I think, and just like I said, once I kind of really am confident with everything over here, and yeah.
You've only had a few drives here at Club Menangle. You've got one tonight. How are you finding this particular track?
It's different. Like at home, Gloucester Park's very rough. You push out at the bell and it's tight and aggressive racing, whereas here it's a lot more relaxed, if that makes sense. It's different, but it's all right.
Well, Cory, it's been good to catch up with you. Hopefully we'll be able to catch up very shortly when you leave the track here at Club Menangle on a winning note.
Thank you.